Welcome to the Friday night lineup, where two friends reminisce about old TV shows that would typically air on a Friday night. On today's episode, we watched the Powerpuff Girls. We got into how obsessed I was with the Powerpuff Girls, how little Charissa remembered from the entire series, and some conspiracies and fun facts. What a trip down memory lane that was. And with that being said, roll the intro. The Powerpuff Girls. I feel like we've done that so many times.
I know, just because it's so much. It's iconic. But one question I did have, I was just trying to get through to watch it for this, but the song with like lyrics. Whoa, my voice. I haven't spoken such a long time, but the song at the end. You're like blossom and bubbles. Is that at the credits? Because I was like, "Where's the song?"
Yeah, that's the end. That's the credit.
Okay, was it at the credits of this one, or is that like a season 2 thing?
I did not pay attention because I just finished it when it finished. I didn't.
Because I was like, "Where's the song?"
I didn't think about that.
Off. Yeah, I don't think they had it.
Wow.
Yeah, so we're reviewing the Rowdy Ruff Boys, which is like kind of mid season 1.
And I would like to make a note here.
Yes.
I thought this was a whole nother episode.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Because I
mean, they come up a lot, so I get it, but
the Rowdy Ruff Boys have only come, I think they only appeared twice in the first season, I think.
Oh, I thought you meant period.
Not period. I don't know about I can't speak for, I didn't even know they had 6 seasons, but
they had 6
Yeah, that's what it said on Hulu, and it says the classic one. They didn't like mash up the old one. So I thought I could have sworn this was the episode, and I don't know if you remember it or if anyone else remembers this one, where everyone turned into dogs.
Vaguely remember it.
With, I think it was like a thing that Mojo Jojo created. It was from a gem at a jewelry store, and he stole it, and then he put it into like his Ray thing, and then he was like,
"Okay, yeah."
I thought
the town
this was that episode, but apparently, because I could have sworn that the Rowdy Ruff Boys were in that, but I guess I mixed up the girls turning into puppies. Rowdy Ruff. I don't know where
the origin of Rowdy Ruff.
I don't. Because I remember he went to jail, so I thought that's when that happened.
He was a frequent flyer at the jailhouse of Townsville.
Yeah, of course.
So, but if you haven't watched this episode for some strange reason or don't recall it like Jessica did, basically what it is.
What a fan I am.
I know, fake fan. No, we'll get into how much of a fake fan I am. But in order to finally defeat the Powerpuff Girls, Mojo Jojo creates the Rowdy Ruff Boys to assist him in battle, or to do his dirty work for him. And the boys' sole purpose is to annihilate the girls.
They literally just want to fight. We want to fight. I was like, dang, okay.
And then cue up a 20-minute fight sequence.
Seriously.
So that's literally all the episode.
Yeah.
What?
It was funny because I don't remember this episode at all. But the beginning was hilarious to me because all the times he went into jail, it was funny.
I know, and the iconic announcer was like, "The city of Townsville is under attack," and he just kept saying it because like that's his opening line, like for the episodes. And it was just time after time again was Mojo Jojo doing something.
Please tell me you were laughing when he made them. Because the way he was saying it was like, I could just imagine the song, like sugar, spice, and everything.
Snips and snails. And
I was like, what?
Oh, snips and snails and puppy dog tails.
Yeah. I was like, what?
I screamed. Oh, that is so funny.
And he's like,
it made them in a prison toilet.
Because it was it equaled chemical eggs, which is disgusting if you think about it.
Yes.
But the episode was just
snails and arm hair clippings.
Ugh.
Makes
boys.
Superpower boys.
All the things that are that's what's funny about it, because like, you know how like when you're younger and you're like, ew, boys have cooties, da 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 da.
Yeah, because they're made out of snails.
They're made out of snails and puppy tails. But it's just funny because it kind of ties into like boys being gross, so they're made with like everything that's nasty, but the girls were made with, you know, sugar, spice, and everything nice. So
yeah, and the fact that Mojo Jojo called the Powerpuff Girls from jail to get the recipe of how they were born.
That's it.
That's it. He was like, well, I can't do that. So he made his own prison pooch.
That was disgusting. That was so nasty. The armpit thing was like, bleh.
Yes.
And he was working out. That's so nasty. Anyways. Bleh.
Speaking of the gruesomeness of that, I didn't realize how grotesque the show was in terms of like the fighting. Like even with the theme song alone, like Blossom is knocking out, or like Bubbles knocked out a monster's tooth, and you just see the tooth and like some blood. I'm like, oh my god! And then even when
how she came out the eye, Bubbles.
Yeah, she buzzed out the eye and some green. I'm like, I just let this slip.
I know, huh?
Like I wasn't grossed out. I'm very surprised.
Mm-hmm. It was funny though because
yeah,
they were like, I don't know, they were just like our superheroes. So I thought it was cool because it was like girls fighting. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know how I didn't. It grossed me out as an adult. So I don't know what 4, 5, 6-year-old Jessica was thinking because that's nasty.
I know. Speaking of what we thought of this beforehand, like as kids, I mentioned earlier I was a fake fan because like I remember loving this show. I had the stereotypical purple lunchbox. I don't know if you had it too, but like
I had
5 of us in our kindergarten class had it to where our teacher made us label it.
Not in kindergarten. I got it later.
We all have the same. I used it for like 2.
It was a hard one?
Kindergarten at first. Yeah, it was the hard purple one, and their faces pop out.
Oh no.
It's like a 3D feel to it.
Oh no, I didn't have that. I had a I can't even, it's like that backpack material, like the plasticky. I had that one for a minute because it matched my backpack, but I didn't have that one.
Yeah, I don't even know what my backpack was. I just remember this lunchbox because it was so iconic.
Oh, can I mention something?
Yeah.
Me and Sharissa would fight.
Oh my god.
In kindergarten.
Season 2. Why are we bringing up
because it's just so again? Funny. It's so funny to me that we would fight.
I have a feeling like over Bubbles.
Over Bubbles.
Because Bubbles was the best. Like, and I think we were the only 2 with some sense. Everyone loves Blossom.
I don't know why. I loved Bubbles. She was a sweetie pie.
Yes.
And I was a sweetie pie. So, hello.
Exactly.
Hello.
That big Bubbles energy. But yeah, everybody just, I guess because Blossom was the leader and all this other stuff.
That too, yeah.
I think Blossom's literally my least favorite. Come at me, but Bubbles and Buttercup
are,
they have some they have like unique personality.
Yeah. Blossom is just like I say typical. Or what is it? What is the Try Guy saying?
I'm right.
You're wrong. Shut up.
What up, hoodie reference? Because I'm wearing the Try Guys right now.
That was Blossom.
Like, yes. I mean, like, they're the Powerpuff Girls of the internet, I guess. Or more of the Wiggles, because there's a bonus.
The Wiggles.
They are. They are. It's like, we have the Wiggles at home. Like, the Wiggles at home.
But, yeah. So gosh. I had to add that little baby tangent because I remember it like, yes, like if it was yesterday, because in kindergarten we were in our separate little playground from all the big kids. So once you went into first grade, you went into that big old yard. But when you're in kindergarten, you stay basically in the same premises as your class. Yeah. So
everything was a little island. The bathroom was there. Yep. Like you didn't have to leave that building,
which was kind of cool because it like teaches you like how to maneuver your little self around a school. It's like a transitional thing. Going back to Powerpuff Girls, I was obsessed like I said, my room was decked out in Powerpuff Girls. My curtains were Powerpuff Girls. I had little decals on my my
The
walls.
wall.
My freaking comforter was Powerpuff Girls, and I still have it. My mom saved it, so I can show y'all a picture.
Oh, show and tell.
And
in the picture.
I had little like figurines. I still have them in my closet in a box. I was a fan.
And you have the signed.
I do. I have the signed picture
in the finale.
I do.
Wow,
I have some comic books too.
Lunchbox. Comic books.
Yeah, they had comic books. I got the first issue.
Jealous. So. I feel like they didn't really play into my interest as a kid. It's just like, here, you just have generic stuff. It's not like, oh, you're a fan of this. Let's get you things revolved around this. It stopped at the lunchbox. So like, wow, you got the lunchbox.
Well, you were. I feel like you were more like a Barbie kid. No.
And this is the thing that I don't understand. I didn't own any Barbies.
I could have sworn your room was like a Barbie room.
It was. And that's why I'm like, why is my room?
Okay, so I wasn't wrong.
No, yeah. Maybe because they had the black Barbie set. And so they just put that in my room, like representation. But like, and my room was pink. So it went with my room. I don't have any Powerpuff Girl stuff.
Wow.
Loved the show.
What a fan you are.
I know. Fake fan. I'm sorry.
But
clearly know nothing about the show.
But going back into the episode, like literally, like I'm telling you guys, it was Mojo Jojo going to jail, the girls fighting, Mojo Jojo going to jail, creating the boys, and them fighting, and then the icing on the cake was how the mayor's I forget her name sometimes. What a fan I am.
That's the part I had to highlight. I had an issue.
What's her name?
I was like, I don't know. I just know the one with the red dress.
Yes, and they don't show anything but her bust below.
And they accentuated it in her line.
Yeah.
I was like,
I can't, like, I'm gonna go on a little, I'm just gonna say something. I can't believe they sexualized her so much.
Yeah.
Like, a lot. And it was, and what she said to the girls on what to do was like,
fuming. I am fuming. They are four.
Are you? Like, you already have it. And I was like, what are you saying? What do they have? Because they're four, ma'am.
Yeah. Because basically, like that whole part was her saying, because basically they were in that tussle with the Rowdy Ruff boys, and then they end up plummeting the Powerpuff Girls to the ground, and the whole town thought they were dead except for Professor Utonium, aka their dad. He knew nothing was going on at this point. He was just chilling at home. And then basically the tears of the town revived them, and then they were saying, well, we got to move out of town now because we we didn't defend you guys, and so we're worthless. And then that's when Mystery Red Lady was saying that you know how to defeat them all, like the whole time. You have like the special power, and like she says, you have to be nice. And then and they're like, nice, and like, nice, and like she had like her hands crossed in front of her, and then when she opened them, it exposed her cleavage.
Cerebellum?
Like, cerebellum? Like the brain? Like what?
It says cerebellum. What is that?
Oh, it must be a play on words of like your cerebellum.
What is cerebellum again? I'm kind of pregnancy brain.
It's a part of the.
I know it's part of the brain.
It's probably part of the pregnancy brain.
Is the major structure of the brain that is located near the brainstem. This part of the brain is responsible for coordinating voluntary movements. It's also responsible for a number of functions, including motor skills such as balance, coordination, and posture.
Why? Oh, because it's like a science-y show?
Oh, maybe.
Because he was a chemist, Professor Utonium.
The amoeba boys.
She was basically insinuating a flirt with them.
Yeah, and then like how it didn't necessarily zoom in, but it she went like, she did a gesture, and I was like,
because she was like this, and then it's taking my voice away. I'm so shook. I just can't yanking out my vocal cords.
I was like, they did that a lot though. Like if you really look up like, innuendos and stuff like that of the Powerpuff Girls, there's a lot.
And then like it must have some significance that she is the only adult with no face shown.
I feel like that's kind of another play on something else, because it's like, oh, you don't need to see your face, you just need to see your body, and it's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it's not like a cow and chicken or where you never see any adult's face, you just see legs.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm like, come on now.
I was just surprised.
And then at the end when they're like, was it Blossom So Bubbles like, I like kissing, I'm like, you're 4.
Of course you do, you hoochie. You calm down.
Yeah.
You calm down, damn it.
I can't. See, Buttercup had the right attitude. She was utterly disgusted.
Yes.
I said, go ahead, Buttercup.
Yep.
That's right. You're 4. Oh, I never rated the episode.
Well, I like I said, I thought it was a whole different episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I would rate it honestly, like maybe if I was like 4 or 5, I would have rated it like 10 out of 10,
Yeah.
But now that I am 26 and saw the whole context of the episode, I would rate it like a 6, honestly.
Let me think.
Because it was literally just fighting, and like the only thing that bumped it up to 6 was because it was the origin of the Rowdy Ruff boys, but it barely had the Rowdy Ruff. Like it did, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want more context.
Yeah, I would say the beginning.
Yeah,
made it, because like even when because Mojo Jojo and Professor Utonium had like the best lines. Oh, and the mayor too.
Yeah.
It's like, hi Blossom, bye Blossom.
Hi Bubbles, bye Bubbles.
So I wonder what pretzels they want, because it was like National Pretzel Day. I'm like, dude, they literally slammed into your building.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say for that is why I would give it a 6, because of the funny moments in it.
Yeah.
But and all of those were like at the beginning and like a little bit sprinkled in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like just them fighting, was like,
I could have dealt with like maybe like a good fight scene, not like 5 or 6 or 20.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, because they had the whole like little montage of Mojo Jojo in the beginning. Yeah, so I would give it 6 out of 10 snails. Snails snips.
I'll give it 6 out of 10 armpit hairs.
Snails and puppy dog tails. That's what I'm gonna give it.
That's nasty.
We can go into some fun facts and conspiracies now.
Fun fact
about the Powerpuff Girls. Fun fact. Do. Yay! We got a theme song.
Oh yeah, we just gotta remember it.
I know. Right? Actually, Jessica, do you want to start off with the first one? I gave you a pass.
I know.
Because we aren't gonna censor it, because it's for educational purposes.
You want me to read the whole fact?
Yeah.
Okay. So first fun fact, is they were originally known as the Whoop-Ass Girls. Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup got their start on a McCracken student film at Cal Arts called Whoop-Ass Stew. The Whoop-Ass Girls obtained their powers not from Chemical X, but from a can of Whoop-Ass.
That is hilarious. I'm like, how do you go from that to like
a child-friendly show?
Yes. Like a little anime parody.
Well, that makes sense as to why it's on Cartoon Network, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, like if you really
Cartoon
see the
Network will buy
pattern
that.
of like what they do and the cartoons on
Mhm.
Cartoon Network, like Ed, Ed and Eddie, you know, all I think Courage was Cartoon Network too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like all those weird kind of is this a kid show or not?
Mhm.
We're on Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. I like it. I like
It
that
was definitely
fact.
like yes, if they pitched it like that, that's something Nickelodeon would turn down, and
Oh,
then
in 2
Cartoon Network
seconds.
is like,
We
oh
can
yeah, we'll take that.
capitalize.
Yeah, because that happened to a lot of Cartoon Network shows were just like Nickelodeon rejects, and they're like, man, oh, we got a SpongeBob. They're like, yeah, because you turn everything down. Like,
yeah.
clearly they watered it down a little bit. Like
Mhm.
they're not. So yeah,
That's
I don't know.
hilarious.
I know. I'm like, CalArts, man, of course.
That's funny. I like that one.
Yes, I literally, I'm like, we still don't know if it's true, but I'm gonna believe it's true because a whole bunch of places said it. So I'm like, this has to be the origin story.
Oh, definitely. Sorry.
But okay. Did you yawn? I couldn't see.
I stopped myself mid yawn, so I was like, nope.
I can't. The next one we have is they have different names in different places. So like in Latin America, they were called Chocolate Bubble and Acorn. And
Chocolate
I think that's
Bubble and Acorn?
I'm looking at it now. I think that's the English translation. I'm not gonna try to pronounce those because I don't want to. Is it like Brazilian
or like Spanish?
It just says Latin American.
Huh. Bubbles.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like oh, bonbon, burbuja, and
I want to say Bellota, but that makes no sense.
I think it is Bellota, but I didn't know that Acorn was. Okay, keep in mind.
Is this Portuguese?
I speak Spanglish, so
hey, more than Duolingo's teaching me. So,
but the first two make sense, but that one doesn't. But I think it's a more. How do you say?
Como se dice?
Como se dice? Correct way of saying acorn, most likely. It's not like a slang.
More textbook?
Yeah, it's the proper way of saying it.
Oh, and on Italian TV, it was Lolly, Dolly, and Molly. Save the day.
Lolly, Dolly, Molly. Save the day. What the heck?
Lolly, Dolly, and Molly do not sound Italian in the slightest.
No. It sounds like really girly. Like that's all it sounds like to me.
Nashville publication did it. Like PBS.
Let's not get canceled, Charissa.
No, I'm just saying that's very Southern names.
Yeah, it is.
It's Lolly, Dolly, and Molly.
Yeah, like Dolly
It
Parton.
sounds like a PBS show in like Nashville. Upper South.
That's funny.
Not like Houston or anything like that.
Houston, baby.
Houston, Texas, baby. Also, not trying to get canceled. The next fact is Mojo Jojo is actually inspired by a Japanese character, and I'm like, that makes sense because I was very confused going back into this because I'm like, I didn't remember how he spoke. I just remember like Mojo Jojo, but I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like a kind of like a fake anime voice.
You're right.
So I'm like, who voiced Mojo Jojo?
I don't think it was a Japanese man.
I highly doubt
Let's
it.
see. I'm gonna look while you read the next one.
Well, the next one is actually conspiracy theory.
I like conspiracies. Okay, so Powerpuff Girls Z, it was voiced by let me see. Let me pull him up. He is from Japan.
Okay.
But I don't know what Dragon Ball Z. What Powerpuff Girls Z is.
Is that like the anime version?
But the Powerpuff Girls, it was by a Caucasian man.
Oh man. Yeah, because I'm like, this does not sound like authentic Japanese accent. This seems like I saw 2 Japanese fight films and I'm making this accent.
Fun fact,
Oh, fun fact.
Adding on, he is also the voice of Ghostface.
What's that?
Scream.
The movie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Never saw it.
Oh, come on. Anyways.
I don't like scary things.
I don't like scary movies either, but I like the thrill.
Go on a roller coaster.
Thank you.
So the conspiracy theory that I found was that the Powerpuff Girls are actually a fragment of a girl's multiple personality disorder.
Ooh, dark.
It's always that.
Yeah.
It's always like, Rugrats is even worse. But it's just like,
I
Rugrats
know.
messed me up.
That was sad. I was like, dang.
Yeah, but it's always like a girl in distress about some mental health thing, and this is her way of coping. And I'm like, stop doing this to these cartoon children. But yeah, they don't have a name for this girl. Some blogs called her Sally, some called her Brenda, but she doesn't have a name. And it says she suffers from a multiple personality disorder, and each of her personalities manifest as a Powerpuff Girl. She developed the condition by bullying she experienced from her brother, aka Mojo Jojo.
Sheesh.
I'm like, that makes sense because Mojo Jojo is like the prominent villain.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that makes more sense.
That does.
And then I don't know because I'm not a aficionado in Powerpuff Girls, but I feel like this lines up because I feel like you see more villains when they're in school. Like before, it's really just Mojo Jojo.
Yeah.
And so as they get into school more, I feel like that's when more like other ones are introduced, like dude with the banjo.
The Fly.
No, he was like a pink teddy bear.
Wasn't
like
he a
bear.
fly?
He was a fly? I thought he was a bear.
No.
I never saw wings on him.
Fly villain.
What a blue nose. Living in the bayou. Where is Townsville located for them to have a swamp?
Let's see. I thought he was a fly. No. Who is this? Oh, Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Fuzzy Lumpkins.
Fuzzy Lumpkins.
I'm like, he had fur, no wings. I don't know what this.
He's an unknown species.
Oh, so it's all up into our interpretation. So we're all right.
I thought he was a fly, but I guess he could be a
fly.
bear. I think it was the antennas that threw me off. For those of you who don't know, that's who.
Oh yeah, he really has. I'm like, he doesn't have wings.
True.
I think they just pulled like random animals out of a hat.
Yeah, like, and was like,
make this
and pay $20.
I can't. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's all we have.
That's all we have.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the episode.
We hope you enjoyed the episode so much. Yes. We loved reminiscing, like in our intro and all of that. So
yes.
subscribe, do all that jazz.
Yeah, we are, just to remind everyone, if we haven't already, we are banking these episodes. So if you didn't like it, we don't know if it's going to improve. But
true.
Keep
sending suggestions.
Suggestions. I'm going to be doing polls again on Instagram to see what you like, what you don't like. So
shout out to our new fan. I don't know if you saw the message.
No.
In our DM, but it was an appreciative fan about the watch, the Rugrats watches.
Oh.
So shout out to you. I'm not going to share your name because I don't know how you feel about it. I didn't ask. But shout out to you.
Oh, okay.
If you're watching it. So yeah. Just I throw that one out there.
Yeah, shout out to you. I will learn more about you when we're done. Sorry, I didn't see the message.
I'm usually in charge of the socials, so that's why.
Yeah,
it's not that she's neglecting the fans, because she's not.
Yes.
She's doing the production stuff. I'm doing the social stuff. So
yeah, I never see DMs or messages or comments. I just send everything to Jessica.
Yeah.
Sometimes I pop in to do promotional stories, but other than that, not your social media girl.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah.
On that note,
see you next week.
See ya. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode of the Friday Night Lineup. Make sure to comment and rate us 5 stars. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Friday Night Lineup, for the video version of this podcast. And also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at TFNL_pod for more updates, as well as give us suggestions on what we should watch next. See you next week. Bye.